All right, so I'm with my buddy John here, and we're going to be doing the oil change in this 500 Abarth for the first time. Now, it's not your first oil change completely, right?
No.
Like you've done, okay, yeah. So he's done oil changes before, but it's his first one in the Abarth. So
yes.
And it's also his first time trying
Using
out an extractor pump.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get the extractor pump set up first, and then we can get that thing going. That's a brand new extractor pump.
Hook it up to the battery?
You just hook it up to the battery, yeah.
Dang.
And like it shouldn't drain the battery like all the way, but if it does, I have a jump start pack. But I wouldn't hook it up just yet.
No, yeah.
I mean, the thing has like an on-off switch on it, but you know, it doesn't need to be hooked up just yet. Yeah, it's going to have an in and an out. You see, like it's got arrows on it there.
Yeah.
So the bigger hose is going to be your out, and like the smaller hose is going to be the in, because the small hose has to go down the dipstick tube, you know.
Right.
Yeah, you can just like pull those little nipples off. Also, we got some like hose clamps in here, so we should probably use those. And it even comes with a little screwdriver too. That's funny.
I'm all for that. I like things that are everything supplied in the box.
All right, here you go, man. Like, once you put the little hose clamps on there.
I do things the hard way.
Yeah, you could have put those on first, but you know, it's fine. Have these on standby just in case. Doing it with the extractor, I would say is somewhat cleaner. It's not completely clean because you have to worry about the hose, the oil that's in the hose and stuff. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it running up into your armpit either.
Yeah.
The deal with these hoses, right? Like that's going to go down the dipstick tube. But whenever you start like feeding it down, you really don't want to like send it all the way down. If you hit the bottom and keep pushing, like the hose will start to like curl up inside there, and it could possibly even get stuck. So what you really want to do is you just want to like slide it down. We'll turn it on like as you're sliding it down, and that way like whenever you hear it starting to suck oil, like you can like maybe go like an extra inch and then like stop, and we'll wait for it to stop sucking oil, and then maybe like give it a little bit more and see, you know, if it has a little bit more to go. But you don't want to just like shove it down in there like willy-nilly. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Start feeding it down in there. Go ahead and stop like feeding it down. And what we'll do is like let's get the bottle, our waste bottle, like hooked up to it.
Yep.
Get the pump hooked up. And it's got a switch on the back of it there.
Here we go.
Yep. Now start like pushing it down in there until you start hearing it start to suck. There you go. It takes a second for it to prime. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, what I was saying is it takes a second for it to prime, you know, and then once it's primed, it starts to go.
All right.
Feed it in just a little bit more.
Okay.
There it goes. Yeah. You can kind of hear the pitch of it, like whenever it changes, like you know it's like sucking more oil. Yeah. But you want to do that. You want to like feed it in just like little bits at a time, just so you don't make sure you're not like bottoming it out and like sending the tube like all over the place inside the oil pan. You can also kind of keep an eye on like how full that is down there.
Now obviously it's not gonna grab all the oil, but it'll grab most of it. How do you know, like usually when it's just, you just stop getting anything?
When you just stop getting anything, yeah. Like I think it's pretty much done, which, do you think it was maybe like a half a quart low, like whenever you came over? Well, okay, yeah, because that's kind of what it's looking. It's kind of looking like it's half a quart low or so. Like I don't even know how long that took, like a couple minutes?
I didn't time it.
Yeah, I didn't time it either, but I mean, we'd always look on the video. But
yeah, you got timestamp.
Yeah, it really doesn't take long at all to do the extraction. One of the few messy parts of this job is pulling the tube out, because there's always like a little bit of oil left in the tube.
Oh, there we go.
Should be fine to pull out. Yeah. Okay, so the filter. I'm shining the flashlight right on it. You see the little
hexagon?
Yeah, plastic nut looking thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your cartridge housing, right?
Okay.
And the way that we're going to get at it is actually feed the socket like down through this hole next to the headlight right here. What you're gonna have to do, since like the socket is huge, it's a 28 millimeter socket.
Okay.
Pop it off the extension real quick. Oh, and another thing, like that extension, it's like a wobble extension.
Okay.
Yeah, see how it kind of like wobbles a little bit? Yeah. So you don't really need a swivel, but the wobble is helpful. But go ahead and stick the extension like down through that hole, like next to the, no, come up to the headlight. Yeah, there you go. Now you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
So now you can get your hand down in there, and then you put everything together down inside the hole in there. There you go. Oh, before you get too far with that, actually, why don't we like shove some rags down in and around it, just so you don't like make a mess.
What do you suggest where things should go?
Like I would just do it like all the way around it. Try to get it like underneath. Think about your kind of like just cradling it underneath the filter housing there. If you really wanted to get a little bit more room, what you can do is take off the hose that goes onto the front of the turbo there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can take that off if you want to. I never do on mine.
No.
But if you feel like you need a little bit more like hand room, you can take that off and get in there.
I am worried about making a mess, but
I would put it down a little bit further. If you feel around down in there, you feel where the plastic housing kind of like meets where the metal bottom part of it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, put the rags like kind of on the bottom, like kind of surrounding it down there. All right. Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and like back her out, and seems pretty loose, right?
Seems pretty loose.
Yeah. So just go ahead and like take the socket and stuff off of it. And there's a couple ways you can do this. Like get down in there and like try to work it out through the top.
Okay.
Or you can just pull it up a little bit and like flip it over. Right, so they flip the filter housing out and then yank the filter out without even like taking the thing all the way out.
So like pull it out, flip it over,
and
then pull the thing out,
right?
And then,
without even like trying to like finagle it up out of the engine bay.
Do you do that with one hand?
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to lose it though.
You're not gonna lose it.
No,
it can't fall far. Wiggle the thing out. Oh yeah, there you go. See? Yeah. Exactly.
How dirty does that look to you?
Well, I mean, the real question is like, do you see any metal particles in it?
Looks pretty good.
It's fine then, as long as you don't see like little glitter.
Right.
Now that you did that, it should be able to get the cap out easily.
Okay.
And we'll want to pull that out because we want to replace the O-ring on the cap itself.
Okay.
Yeah, you just kind of have to like wiggle around until you can get it out. But you kind of see what I mean about like if the filter cartridge was still in there, like, there's like no way you could have gotten that out, right? Yeah. See? Yeah, you just wiggle it till you get it. This is like a little hook. You can just like hook under the O-ring there and makes it easy to just pop right off.
That's it?
Yeah. With the new filter, there should be a new O-ring.
Do you oil up the gasket or you just put it on there?
So go ahead and put it on. And then once you get it on, you can use a little bit of the old oil. It's fine. Just to kind of like smear it around.
Okay.
But yeah, I just set the cartridge down for right now because we're not going to put it in until we get the top part back in,
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, that just stretches right on over just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's probably like enough like oily residue like down inside there. You can just like rub your finger and just like, lubricate the little. All right, yeah, so like just wiggle it back down in there.
Oh boy. I think moving this a little bit is good.
I mean, yeah, things can kind of move out of the way a little bit and wiggles around.
All right.
Yeah, so you got the but yeah, so like the tabs on the filter there, like that's what actually like goes down into the
it goes
onto like the ring there.
So this is the down.
Right, yeah. So put it down in there like that and then shove it in, and it should like hear like a faint click. It's not gonna have like a super strong click, but it'll have a little bit of a click.
All right, so I hand tightened it a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. We should probably give it just a little bit of a twist with the socket.
Oh yeah.
But not a lot. Like
okay.
it doesn't take hardly any pressure at all. Basically, like you'll feel like you're screwing it in, but as soon as like you feel like it stops, like you stop. Okay.
There we go.
It stops, so you stop.
Yep.
Now you just need to retrieve the rag.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Do you remember how many you put down there?
Yeah, he's all the way down there. He's on the dustpan. Now I am worried.
There you go. Like
the little grabber.
Actuate the plunger there, and yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Useful tools,
That's
right?
That's awesome. Okay.
So let's see like what we took out. Well, we took out probably 3 1/4 quarts, I guess. Yeah. So let's put that back in first, see where it is on the dipstick. And we're using the AMSOIL European 5W30, or 5W40, excuse me.
Oh, it's actually making noise.
Yeah, you can hear it gurgling down there, can't you? Wow. Yeah, maybe like another 1/4 quart.
Yep.
And then it'd be right there. That looks like it's right on the money. Yeah, so like the capacity is 4. You can see like the old oil, we took out 3 1/4, and we put 3 1/2 back in it. So you can kind of see like how much the extractor actually pulls out. It really does like get pretty much all of it. People always say like, extractor's not gonna get everything. They're like, no, whenever you just drain it from the drain plug, it doesn't get everything either, so.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have like, little deposits here and there on the oil pan, I imagine,
Yep. All right, so is the oil reset light on right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So you get to show me how that does.
That's super easy to do. Like you don't start the car, but like you turn the ignition on, right? And then you like do the gas pedal like 3 times,
right?
Like this.
Just
kind of like, about once a second, just like
once a second,
or maybe a little bit faster than once a second. Yeah. And then you turn it back off, and then like whenever you start it, it should be cleared.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't start it. Just key in the ignition, turn it on, pedal. All right. Yeah. Now go ahead and start it, and we'll see. Yep, and it's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, let's come look for leaks, but just see if you can see like around the filter housing.
Okay.
I don't see nothing, so. You're probably good to go.
Okay.
All right, man. So how easy was that?
That was pretty easy.
That was easy, right? Yeah. Like it's actually really easy to do it on these guys. It's no big deal at all. What do you think of the extractor, like doing the extractor and stuff?
The extractor's pretty cool. A little worried about, you know, feeding it in toward the bottom, you know,
Right.
kind of having that touch and feel, but I think that's experience, right? Just using it more and over.
I mean, you do it like once or twice and then you got it, you know? But you understood what I was saying about like, you don't want to just shove it down in there and then it'll get like coiled up. And like, because there's like a windage tray like down inside the pan and stuff, and like you can snag the windage tray and get it like stuck, and like when you go to pull it out, like you break off the the tube, and then like you're in a world of hurt if you do that. But
that's a little anxiety. But
you were about to say like the filter housing. You were thinking?
The filter housing is a little, you know, tight, but I think, you know, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, but once you know like the trick and how to handle it, I mean that's it, right?
I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys go change your oil now too. See you guys next time.